Shalom everybody, and welcome to Beit Tefillah. I've had quite a few people ask me to talk about the Shemitah year that starts in the spring of 2023. So what I thought I'd do in this video is refer people to other videos that I've done that they may not know are out there on YouTube land. One of them that is a really important one to watch for those who don't think we need to keep the Shemitah because we don't live in the land of Israel or because we don't have to do it anymore is called the Forgotten or Ignored Commandment, and I'm going to link that below in the description. Please watch that if you are in one of those two camps. We most certainly have to keep the Shemitah. You don't have to keep it if you don't want to, but then you won't be in covenant, so you won't like the outcome of that decision. Please watch that video, and it's going to get into the scripture of the why we need to do it. A lot of people aren't sure when the Shemitah is. I wasn't either until I read this book written by Joseph Dumond called Remembering the Sabbatical Years of 2016, which is when the last Shemitah was, and they're every 7 years, and that's why it's showing. Here's the next one in 2023. This is a great book. You can find it on Amazon. I'm going to link that below. You can also probably get to it from his website, which is sightedmoon.com. Joe did a really good job writing that book and coming up with the Shemitah cycle again when they found it on different tombs and old engravings, and I'm not going to get into it. You can read the book, but he convinced me, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that they did find the cycle, and we are in the correct one now. Another video that I did years ago when I was with my first wife is called Our Shemitah Experience. That one I did, as I said, with my first wife, and also with my son and his wife, who lived in town, and I lived in the country. And we had two different things going on about how we prepared for it in the country and how my son and his wife prepared for it in town. But we did it. We kept it for the whole year. We saved a lot of money, and we felt really good when the Shemitah was over that we actually did it. And so now we can talk about it, and even though we're not experts by any means, just by keeping it once, but if you keep it for a whole year, you learn a lot. So watch that video, and that talks about how a lot of food was stored and prepared. You know, a lot of it was canned, but we discovered dehydrating, and that is a great way to put it up. And I talk about that quite a bit in the video. So you can check that out. And I've done a couple other ones too, but I'm not even going to really mention them in this video. People are coming to me with concerns saying, hey, I live alone. How can I do it? You know, and you can do it. It's not that hard to dehydrate and to can food. There's a lot of books out there. I mean, the internet is an invaluable resource to find out how to do these things. A lot of videos on YouTube about how you can prepare food. Pray about it and join Facebook groups. A lot of homesteading channels out there on YouTube and a lot of homesteading groups on Facebook. Join these and figure out how to do it. Like I talk about in the other videos, we can eat what grows on the land during the Shemitah. We just can't harvest it. We're not allowed to sow. We can't plant seeds, in other words, and we're not allowed to prune our grapevines and things like that. We don't prune apple trees and fruit trees during the Shemitah. We just let it rest. But we are commanded to eat what grows of itself. So take, for example, my wife Betsy and I and my stepson Zach, we had a garden last year and we planted radishes. We didn't get to harvest them all. We've been busy and someone went to seed. Well, now we have a lot of radishes growing from those last year. So you need to let your stuff go to seed so some things can grow up. And if you can't plant, well, it seeds itself, and the scripture says you're allowed to eat what grows of itself. So anyway, watch those two videos that I have linked below in the description, and it's going to go into a lot of what we can eat, what we can't eat, and why we're supposed to do it. I'm not going to make any more videos on warning people to keep the Shemitah because I've done enough of them. And, you know, if people want to keep covenant, if people want to read the Tanakh and realize that, hey, years ago, Yisra'el got kicked out of the land for not observing the Shemitah, and the Shemitah got its rest because Elohim said the land will get its rest. And if we think we're going to come back and be put back on this earth to be stewards of this land, is he going to allow us to do it if we don't act like we can be good stewards of it in this lifetime? This is a test, people. Elohim said, if you do, then I will. And the Shemitah is part of that covenant. So anyway, please watch those two videos, and if you feel like you're alone. Please join some Facebook groups. If you have any questions, please put them below in the comments. I'm going to try to get to them. I'm not going to be making as many videos this year because we're preparing for the Shemitah and we're very busy. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and being a part of this channel. Shout out and shalom to all who are Yisra'el and scattered worldwide in the dispersion. Everybody be blessed and have a wonderful day.